That's bad, I'll tell you that. Actually, these are harder than mine. The one guy that worked, just did it straight away. Oh well, okay, do the other way. Starting to see one. No, we don't know who he is. Everyone knows each other.
You're there, sir.
Good afternoon.
Alright, players, just a couple of things to let you know. I have reset the clock back to 30 minutes for level 22, so we're going to have the whole play. We are going to start back from the beginning, so we are going to be on deuce to 7 triple draw. I know you start a couple of minutes earlier. Are you guys happy to start now?
Yes, yeah. Get over it. While he's still sat in his chits, we won't play a hand.
It's okay, we can wait a minute.
No,
he's alright. He's alright.
Peter?
Good afternoon. A warm welcome back to the G Casino here at Manchester Bury New Road. We're about to start the final table of the 8th game. I have with me on comms for this, well I say on with me to be honest, going to be doing most of the work here, John Murray. Afternoon to you, John. Players are just unbagged. Raj is just having a quick chat with them. And we'll be away to go.
Go watch him.
Alright, good luck all, and when you're ready, Jack.
So the first band game is 13 and 25. 13,000 and 25,000. And we're on deuce to 7,
I've got a third of my stack in right hand, guys, just to be aware of that. See if we can have each other up. Yeah, so 4 aces.
25.
And we're off. We started already. We've got 7 players back today for the final table. The 7 best 8-game players in Manchester.
6 at least.
We've got Nino in seat 1. I won't even attempt to pronounce his surname. Asa McGrath in seat 2. Simon Lawler in seat 3. Glenn Laming in seat 4. Michael Perry in seat 5. Ross Freeman in 6. And Warren Brooks in 7. Michael Perry is the chip leader coming back. Asa also has a lot of chips, I believe. And Warren Brooks is the other big snack. Nino has got a lot of chips. Simon doesn't have a lot of chips. Glenn has somewhere in between.
He's got a bit more now. Not for long.
And Ross. So we got Glenn and Ross in the middle, Simon underneath, and the others fairly well chipped up, the other 4. Glenn took the first spot, so he's picked up a few.
Deuce to 7. got a little thing now.
50.
50.
Right. We started with 2-7. Triple draw. In fact, we've got it written on the table today, so we can tell what game we're playing, so players don't get confused. I played this game yesterday, and there were times when I was confused as to what game I was playing. So that's not going to happen because it's written on the table for the players on one of these flip things that shows all the games. This next hand, Michael's in the big blind, so we'll see if he defends. So Warren has completed, or has raised, sorry. Warren has raised. It's folded around to the blind. Glenn calls. And Michael hasn't decided what he's doing yet. Michael has 25,000 in the pot. Warren raised to 50, Glenn called to 50, and Michael makes up. So we've already got 150,000 in here. Plus, Glenn takes 2, Michael takes 2, Warren takes 2. This game you get dealt 5 cards. So for those of you who don't know, you have to make the lowest 5 you can, so long as they're not pairs. Ace doesn't count as low, so 2 is the lowest card. You don't want a straight, you don't want 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because that's no good. You don't want a flush, so that's why it's called 2-7, because the best possible hand is 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Glenn bought 1. Michael stood pat or didn't buy any, and Warren had 2 cards. You keep changing your cards 3 times until it gets to the end and see who's got the best hand. Glenn had 1. Glenn took 1 on the last draw, but it was a bad card. It was an ace. Glenn showed his cards. He had 2, 3, 4, 5 in his hand, which is the 4 best possible cards. He drew 1 to see what he could get, and he got an ace, which is the highest card in the deck. It also gives him a straight, so he had no hand. Michael already had a good hand. He didn't buy any cards, draw any cards at the end, so Michael had him killed, but Glenn had a really, really good draw and but missed it. So Michael took that pot. Russ is in the big blind this time, and it's folded around as far as Simon. Simon raises, which is all in for him. Glenn is folded. Michael in the small blind has folded, and Ross already. We guess Ross doesn't have a great hand. He's already got 25,000 in, and it's another 16 to call, and he has asked how much it is, so he's probably not got the best hand. Simon's probably ahead at the moment. But Ross takes 3 cards, Simon changes 2 cards. There won't be any more betting because Simon's already all in. On the second draw, Ross takes 1 and Simon again takes 2. Ross has pulled ahead. They both take 1. On the third draw, they both take 1. Has Simon got there? No, he's got a pair. No, Simon had 3, 4, 6, 8, but he got another 4. Ross got 2, 4, 5, 7, 9. So he had a 9 high, or 9 low. Hello to Wayne Parker, sent us a message. Good to see you listening to the game, Wayne. Hopefully we'll see you here next weekend. Is Wayne coming next weekend? Yeah. We're all missing you. Yorkshire's a long way away. Yes, yes. Everybody's missing Wayne. So, Simon was eliminated. Simon finishes in 7th place. We got 6 players left. Michael and Ross have both increased their stacks a bit. Michael more so. Down to 6 players. And they've all really got good stacks with the exception of Glenn. And then Ross will be the next lowest. The other 4 have all got big stacks now. So we're moving on. We got Jack dealing for us today. Hello, Jack. Are you local? Yeah. From where? Ermston. He's from Ermston, near the Trafford Centre. But he's managed to make the journey here today from Ermston. Yeah. He's dealing like a pro, which he is. So, Glenn has raised. It's Nino's big blind. Everyone else is folded. Nino's having a look at these cards, see if he can make them get better. He doesn't look very impressed with them, so he's going to call anyway. Maybe he got lucky. Hello. Right, we've...
Do you want it?
No, take it away. Simon's seat is being moved away. Oh, just to rub it in, Simon's departure, we've actually taken his seat away. He's not coming back. Next.
If you beat this hand, I change 4.
Nice hand. I can't beat that.
I change 4. Unbelievable.
Anyway, well, we're just discussing Simon's exit. Glenn raised.
Talk us through that, Glenn. Well, I'll get Glenn to talk us through it because he probably lets us know what happened.
Totally outplayed the gentleman, and he drew 4 cards, and he hit the nuts. So what can you do? I know I was the best player on the table, but sometimes the cards just don't go your way. No, it was a really good day, great fun, great tournament. Dealers have been brilliant. First time I've played the 8 game, and I just thought it was really well run, and I enjoyed it. I'll be back again.
Good man. Thank you very much, Glenn. Much appreciated.
They don't last long round here, do they? We thought this game was going to... Tom had predicted this game would last 4 hours today. We've lost 2/7 of the players already. Right, we got action here. Still on 2-7. Michael raised and Warren has re-raised. Asa shows his hand accidentally, which he's got a monster. He got pocket aces, Queen 10-8. So he's got all terrible cards, but he accidentally exposed. And back to Michael because Warren re-raised. He's made the call, so they've put in 75,000 each already, plus the blinds. So we've already got a pot of best part of 200,000. Michael takes 2, Warren takes 1. This is a hand. Michael checks and Warren bets. And looks like Michael's going to make the call. He makes the call. It's hard to fold for 25,000 when he's drawn 2 cards. Even if he missed, he's still got another chance for 25,000 when there's 200,000 in the pot. He may as well take another card at least, see if he can improve. He checks again, and Warren's going to bet again. 50,000. So he doesn't have a choice about how much he bets. The bets are fixed. 25,000 on the earlier streets and 50,000 on the later streets. So Warren picked up 100,000 from Michael in that hand, which puts Michael down to about, I don't know, 20 million or something. Quite similar stacks now, Michael and Warren. Both got monster stacks, in fact. I think they'll both be here a long time. But Nino and Asa both got really good stacks as well, and Warren's not bad shape either. Though he is 5th of the 5, but anything can happen. So there are 4 players still in this. There was a raise. 4 players have put their chips in. Michael took 3 cards. Warren took 1. Asa took. Asa took 2. Anyway, Nino takes 1. So check, 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 check. Everybody checked, suggesting everybody missed. So on the next draw, 2 1-card draws. Two of them took 2 cards. Asa leads out 50,000. So he's at least representing that he's hit, or that he's got really low, a really good draw. Suggesting that he's hit. Everybody folds. Asa takes the pot. And that was the last 2 to 7. The next round is Old Maid. Next round is Hold'em, limit Hold'em, fixed limit Hold'em. Yeah, Nino's second favorite game after no limit Hold'em. He knows how to play Hold'em. Nino's the player we spoke about yesterday who hasn't played any of these games before apart from Hold'em, but he's more than holding his own. Warren is raised. Nino and Ace have folded. Michael has called the raise and Warren's called the raise. So they've all put 50,000 chips each, 150,000 in the pot. And the flop is 4-6-7. First 2 players in the blinds check. Warren bets 50. And the other 2 both call. It's another 7. 4-6-7-7. 2 spades. Check, check from the 2 blinds. Warren bets 50. So the bets are fixed in this. This pot is growing. Michael has raised. He's may raise up to 100,000. We got 4-6-7-7. Warren, Russ is folded. Warren calls. They both put 100,000 each in on the turn. It's a 3 out in the end. A 3 of spades. It's our third spade. So he got 4, 6, 7, 7, 3. All kinds of possibilities on there. 3 spades. Action is on Michael. It may not be a good card for his hand. On the other hand, it might be. They've only got 2 cards in this game. It's much easier when you had 4 or 5 cards. You got lots more options. Hey, so yeah. I don't know. Michael checks. He did check the turn. He check raised the turn, but Warren shows pocket. Ross. What is one? Warren shows pocket kings and takes the chips. Monster pot. Two hands in a row. The last hand, the very last hand, Warren took 100,000 from Michael, and this hand he took 200,000 from Michael. So chips are moving towards Warren at the moment, but Michael is still second. Yeah, he's still ahead of Nino. He had a lot of chips to start with. I can see Michael has about 600,000 still. Slightly over. So Asa has raised. It's Warren's big blind. Michael is folded, but the 2 blinds, Ross and Mo Warren both call. 3 ways to the flop. 150,000 in the pot. We got ace 2 8 3 spades 2 spades. Ace of bets, the other 2 fold, easy. Ross says he can't carry on when the ace comes. Asa thinks I couldn't have bet any more after the ace showed. I'll have one stab at it. No, we don't know. He didn't show. He didn't show. He says he didn't have. He says he did not have an ace. But he bet and he got it through. Oh, next hand, Nino gets a walk, just like that. And he shows ace jack. Wow, that hand went down in a flash. There was a race to get rid of the cards there. Yeah, Nino had ace. So Nino had to give away that tail. He does that thing he does when he's got a big hand, so they all folded. Ace is in the big blind this time. And we've been joined by mixed game expert Paul McGuinness.
I'm no good at Hold'em. I'm out the main event.
Here's the main event. Paul, really?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
3 big hands, outdrawn on all of them. But that's the way it goes.
Did you get unlucky?
No.
No.
A girl played well.
A girl?
A girl played well. She got
Really?
she got me to lay down jacks on the 9 high flop. I showed them, and she turned over jacks as well.
So as well.
As my jacks.
Wow.
But I had to put on queens, kings, or aces. But that put me down a fair bit, you know. And then I just had a raise with ace king. Got 2 callers. Bet a king high flop. And then I bet big on the turn. Get 1 caller. And I shoved all in then, and he called me with his 7-10.
Sorry, Paul, I was thinking about something else. So you had jacks?
Yeah, I wish I had them on the last hand. Anyway, there you go.
So are you going to watch this mixed game for a while?
I was considering that, yeah, but now that you're on the mic, I might just go and get some chips, you know, because I need them.
Okay, we'll see you later. Oh. Are you going to play the other game later on?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, you may as well.
What is it?
It's Turbo.
No.
It's Hold'em. No limit Hold'em.
I went out that one fast enough.
Right. Paul giving us the benefit of his years of experience and expertise at poker. Well, we did that. Nothing happened in the turn. Now, there were some hands, but there was no big clashes. We kept an eye on it. Warren's opened again. Warren, it's getting boring. Keep opening. Keep raising. Everyone folds. He was from under the gun that time. I'll just pencil in Warren's going to open next hand. All right. Michael's going to open. This hand, Warren's the big blind. Ross is the small and Michael's the button. So I make a prediction about this hand. If it's folded around, Michael might raise. It's folded around, Michael raises. And the others two fold. The others two, that's not English, the other two fold. Nino's in the big blind now. He's going to have aces. He's expecting another walk, he says. Yeah? Here we go. Ace at fold. He's 1/4 of the way to a walk. He's 3/4 of the way. He got a walk? Wow, that was faster than the last one. No, it was a misdeal. I didn't know. It's a misdeal. They've all given. Everybody threw in their cards. Apparently, it was a misdeal. I didn't know that. I thought he got another walk. Anyway. Right, next time. He's 1/4 of the way to it. But hold on. Michael is in. Michael is raised. It's round to Nino. Will he defend? He's put his sunglasses on. And he has a good look at those cards. He's not folding. Two players to the flop. Nino to go first. 3-6-9. 2 hearts. Check from Nino and a bet from Michael. Fixed bet, 25,000. Already 100,000 in 113,000 in fact. The small blind is 13, the big blind is 25. Right, we're on to the next game, which is Omaha high-low fixed limit. Playing 8 hands of each game, irrespective of how many players are there. So you may play more hands. A player may take the blinds more often than somebody else, and so on, because unless there were 8 players or 4, which there aren't. So anyway, we're on to Omaha high-low fixed limit. It's hard to fold here unless you've got some very middling cards. Anyway, Michael is opened. Fold. For ace, though, he would only have to call 25,000 to stay in. Especially now Nino has called. So 50,000 in each from Michael and Nino. Asa has 25 in and he makes the call. 3 ways to the flop. 150,000 in the pot. Pots are all big now. 6, 10, 9. Not looking good for somebody with a low draw only, but we don't know what any of them have. Asa leads out. 25,000. Michael calls. 6, 10, 9. There are 2 diamonds there, and everybody calls. All 2 of them. We got another 6. 6, 10, 9, 6. There's going to be no low hand in this time round. if somebody got involved in the action pre-flop just based on their low possibilities, they got nothing. Unless a 6 was one of their cards. Anyway, Asa has bet 50,000. Quite a big pot here already. If the others call here, then it's going to be, I don't know if it'll be the biggest pot we've had yet. We'll be close to it. Michael folds. He thought about that for a long time. Now he folds. Nino calls immediately. And the river is a 2. Nino checks and check behind by Asa. Nino shows 7-8. 7-8, 6-8. So he flopped a straight. He also made 3 6s. He didn't have the nuts, but he did it on the flop. Kind of hand he couldn't really start betting, re-raising with, but he can certainly call with, which he did. And won. So Michael's in the big blind, Ace is in the small blind. It's folded to Nino on the button. He folds, Ace makes up the small blind, Michael checks. Nino's now got a monster stack as well. And Ace is not too far behind. Then we got 4 monster stacks on the table, and Ross with virtually nothing, to be honest. So, this hand, on the turn, Michael bets 50, Ace looks like he's going to call. 10, 4, 8, 7. River is an ace. Check, check. Michael shows 7, 4 to 2 pairs. And Ace gets the low with 5, 3. Few chips in that pot for pretty mediocre hands, to be honest, but it's always a chance when it's short-handed of getting somebody to fold and taking the pot away from them. But there was at the end, it kind of ran out of steam at the end when the ace came.
Oh my god! Aces, flush aces, ace 10 diamond, ace jack heart. What the heck? Thank you, dealer. Yeah, the best. I know it's early for you.
This is really early for me. I usually start work at about 8 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock. 25. Blind drop now. Back.
Right, we've just had a small discussion, but Ross has been eliminated. Who got the chips there? Michael. Ross, I was just having a chat with Tom offline there, but Well, that happened. Ross had virtually no chips, and it looks like there's a clash between the blinds between Michael and Ross. So, yeah, it's just clash just between the blinds. Michael and Ross got the chips in. Ross had virtually none, and he took the pot. Michael took the pot, knocked out Ross in 5th place. One more player to the medals. The dealer's trying to work out which how much the blinds should be. Blinds are gone up, are they? How much are they now?
15,000, 30,000.
15,000, 30,000. There's no small blind in his hand because he's just got zonked out. Warren's in the big blind. And he's got a walk. Michael didn't raise there. Michael's got quite a history in some of these in Omaha in particular. I think he was 1st and 2nd 2 years successive years. He was also 5th in the Omaha last year, and he also did well in one of the other events. So you need to get him in the Raz rounds. Take him on its toad and Raz. Nino, by the way, has made a bit of a profession of going very deep in 25-25s. He finished in the top 4 in 3 25-25s last year within 6 months. That was Hold'em though. These are mixed games. Full house, nice one. We've now got 4 big stacks really. Nobody is short. I mean, Ace is probably slightly less, but the others have all got. Everybody's got chips. It's shaping up. This is shaping up to be quite an epic battle here between these big stacks. I really can't say. I have no idea at the moment, like who's going to take it away, because there is no dominant stack. Warren has raised. Warren's been very active so far today and has benefited from that. Nino folds and Asa calls. 200 to the flop. Half the players still involved in the game are seeing the flop, but that's only 2. We're still on high-low, remember, Omaha high-low. Asa checks and Warren bets. 30,000. Asa calls instantly. Queen on the turn. We got 10, 4, 2, Queen. So there are 2 low cards there. So depending on what low cards they have in their hands, somebody could have a low draw, or they may have paired some of their low cards as well, or they may have high cards. It's very hard to know what they got. Some of these games for spectators, if you don't have card cameras, it's hard to predict. Let's see what they got. There's a 7 on the end. So Warren has a low with ace-6. Sorry, Ace has ace-6. Warren has 3-5. And he has scooped. What's your high? A pair of 4s. Warren scooped the pot. He had a big pair of 4s, which is surprising for that to win the high, but occasionally it happens. And he had a decent low. He had 3-5 and 2-4 were on the board. He had straight draws there as well, but didn't happen. If an ace had come, he would have had the wheel, which is the best possible hand in high-low, because you're guaranteed to win or at least share the low, and you've got a straight, so you've a pretty good chance of winning the high as well. Next hand, Warren has folded. Shocked news off the presses. Warren has folded pre-flop. Nino's folded. Asa calls the small blind. Sorry, Asa was raised. I didn't see it he raised. He put in the makeup amount and then he put in the raise. Michael calls. Not all. Nino's just seen the medals and yeah, there are 4 things, but there's not 4 people getting trophies. It's only 3, Nino. Because the winner gets the bracelet and the trophy and the gold medal. Yeah. So one person will leave with nothing apart from the money. The medals have been put on the end of the table and the bracelet for this event. Put down to the bubble for the medals. 3 of these players will win a medal. Asa took the last pot. The game has changed to Raz. How much? The bets are 8,000, 16,000. Remember, this is a game where you want the lowest hand. We've seen 1 card each from each player, and you can almost predict who's going to win the hand because we can see a queen, a 10, a jack, and a 2. So the player with the 2 completes. The others will almost certainly fold unless they've got really good low cards behind. The player with the 2 is Michael. Had pocket 5s behind his queen, so 1 of the 5s wouldn't even play. Sometimes in Raz, you know who's going to win from right from the start. So there's an ante of 6,000. Whoever shows the worst card has to bring in, and that, which is a small bet, and then whoever wants to can complete, which is a big bet. So Warren has a jack. He's got the worst hand, so he's forced to bring in for 8,000. The other's got 2, 4, 7. Nino folds his 2. Warren Asa completes with his 4, and Michael folds his 7. They're all low cards, which all potentially could be good. The 2, 4, and 7, depending on what they have behind. But as I said before, you don't necessarily have to have big cards behind, especially short-handed here. They could just represent that they have them. Especially if they happen to hit another low card in the next street. Moving on. Right, we got some low ones. Nino has 8, Asa has 6, Michael has 4, and Warren again has to bring in with a 9. Folded around, Michael completes with his low 4. Standard play. It would be unthinkable for Michael not to complete there with the lower card. We move on. Another hand of Raz. 10. Right, there's 1 low card. 10 for Nino, 8 for Asa. Michael has a jack. He has to bring in the 8,000. Warren completes to 30,000, and everybody folds. Well, Michael hasn't folded yet, but he's going to. He folds. Yeah, unless we see a couple of players with low cards and probably with low cards behind. If we just see 1 player with a low card, they're gonna take the initial chips. You won't get action unless a couple of players have got hands here. It's harder to bluff in these games than some others, but it does happen. because you can represent that you've got low cards behind. Right, this is interesting. We've got 10, 10, 9, 7 on the board. 7 is the best card. 10 of spades has to lead that because it goes on alphabetical bridge order. So he brings in the 7 completes with Warren. Although it's not much difference, it is better. It is one of the classic low cards, whereas the 9 and the 10 that Nino and Asa have aren't. But they both call anyway. Warren might have expected to get that through. His card isn't that much better, but in some ways. But on the other hand, it might be. He's now got another. He's got an 8, which is not bad. Nino's got a 5, so I'd expect Nino to call here, unless he's got another 5 behind. So Warren bet again with his 7-8. Nino called with the 5 because he called with the 9 previously, so you'd assume he's got 2 low cards behind. Asa got a second high card, so he's folded. We just had a slight break there, intermission during that hand, but Nino picked up an ace and he bet, and Warren ended up folding. Well, Nino picked up a few chips there. Still on Raz. We're going to say hello to Alex Riccardi, who did a lot of photography work here previously. Not here, but at the Wcoap in Aspers. She isn't here, but she's sent us her best wishes. So we all miss Alex's photography. Hope she's here soon. We got a hand here, 3 low cards and an ace showing. The ace raises, which was Michael, or completes, and wins, takes the pot. Nothing else is going to happen there. We're still on Raz. This Raz has been going on a long time. 2 more hands. Are you sure you didn't flip it over and do another session of Raz? Oh, there's low cards. Nino has a 7. Asa and Michael both got 6s. So the worst card is a 9 for Warren, who brings in. This will be interesting if the others have low cards. We'll see who completes. Nino completes. So he's suggesting he's got good cards behind with his 7. The other 2 low cards both fold. 2 6s fold straight away, and that's the end of the hand. Warren isn't calling. So if the others are called there, you know, it could have been an action hand, but didn't happen. Nino adds to his monster stack. Everybody's got a monster stack. Next hand, still Raz. 4 low cards. This could be a hand. The worst card is a 7 for Nino. He has to bring in 4 and 5 both fold for Ace and Michael. And Warren completes with a 5. Now here, Nino could have a very good hand, but they could both have really good hands. Who knows? But a 7 is a good card. 5 is they've both got not great cards on the next street, because Nino's got a 9, but Warren has paired. He's got another 5. which is slightly better for Nino, but because the 5 doesn't play. They both checked. Next street, it's a 6 for Nino, another good card, and a 10 for Warren. Nino bets and Warren folds. So sometimes you start off well ahead in this game and you just get overtaken. There's a lot of variance. Though we think that Nino probably had a good hand to start with there. Although Warren made the complete, probably Nino always had the best hand. And it just improved on the up cards. We're moving on to 7 card stud. High only. Fixed limit. Jack, Jack, 5, 9. The worst card is a 5 for Michael. Warren folds is 9. The other 2 have both got jacks. So, similar to the Raz, Michael brought in one of the jacks completes, which is Nino. Ace of folds, and Michael was almost certainly going to fold, which he did. Nino takes the pot. We can have a game of predicting who's going to win the pot, just based on one card face up. We can almost tell. Probably not as much as in Raz, but instead, here we go again. Oh, nobody's really got good cards here. So who's got the least worst? There's a 5 for Warren, who again has to bring in. Nino has got an 8, and he's completed. Ace has got an 8, and he folds. Michael folds a 9. It's back to Warren. There's 5, and he's folded. Nino wins again. So you win again. Sorry, Michael did call. Can we have the substitute commentator? I didn't see him call, but he called. So he's got an 8 on 4th Street. Nino has got a 7. Michael had the best hand showing with 8-9 suited. Nino had 8-7 showing. He bet, Michael folded, and Nino showed pocket 7s. So 3 7s. He had a monster. It didn't look like a monster, but it was. Very well hidden monster. Surprising. You would have expected Michael to call there with his 8-9 suited. Yeah, depending, we don't know what other cards he had, of course, but Nino was probably a bit unlucky that Michael's card didn't match with whatever he had, because you would be expecting Michael to be calling and to possibly get a big pot with your 3 cards there, 3 7s. Anyway, next time Nino had to bring him with a 2. Asa completed with a 10. The others folded, and Asa takes the pot. 4 players left. The best 4 mixed game players, the best 4 poker players in the world are playing in the final table here.
This guy wants to be famous. Can you commentate on him for a couple of hands?
He wants to be famous. No, he can be famous if he gets to the final table. He'll be famous, and we'll commentate on him then. We're still in stud. Asa has to bring in with a 2. He doesn't want to. I'm predicting Michael's going to win this hand. He's got a queen showing, and he folds. Asa actually completed. You are allowed to. You don't have to bring in for the minimum. You can bring in for the completion amount if you got a good hand. And Asa completed with his 2, and all the others folded. He says he didn't have a pair, so maybe he had 3 2s. Maybe he had 3 diamonds. We don't know. We suspect he had a pair in the hole, but we don't know. We got another hand. Warren's completed with a jack, and Nino, who had to bring in with an 8, is thinking about it. It looks like he's going to call, actually. Oh, he's going to raise. He said raise. He has raised. And Warren looks like he's going to make the call. Warren calls. So we got action. That's the first time I think I've seen a completion and then a raise by someone else. A 7 for Nino. He's put his sunglasses back on. He's now got 8-7 showing, and Warren has Jack Queen suited showing. Check, check. Nino gets an ace and makes the bet, the big bet now. Warren calls. This pot is really building up. We got an 8, another 8 for Nino. He's showing 8-7 ace 8, and Warren has hit a 10 of clubs. He's already got Jack Queen of clubs, and he's now got a 10 of clubs, and he's gets his chip straight in. He's made the big bet. Nino doesn't look like he wants to let this one go. He's made the call. He's got a pair of 8s showing. Remember, he re-raised on 3rd Street. We're on the last card now, 7th Street, which is dealt face down. Potentially, could be 2 big hands here. We don't know. They may not have the card that's behind it they're representing, but they... Oh. There was no action on 7th. Nino lands 2 pair. Warren had a flush, ace-high flush. They're both wary about each other's hands there.
You hit the 2 pair, 5, 6 flushes.
Right, we're still on 7 card stud. We're on the next hand now. Asa is showing ace jack. Michael is showing 5-2. Asa bets. And Michael folds. If you want to We're still on 7 card stud. We've got a king showing for Asa, and the others have got all low cards, 3, 4, 5. Warren brings in as usual. Warren's got the bring-ins covered, I think. No, nobody else has to bring in. Warren's got all that covered. In fact, it's not the king. It is the 5 of Nino who makes the completion. Ace of folds is king, and Nino takes the chips. Still four-handed. Still on stud. We got 2 kings showing here for Warren and Asa. We got a 6 for Michael and an 8 for Nino. And we got a drinks order. Who's taking the drinks order? What's your name?
What?
What's your name?
Ina.
Ina.
Yeah.
Ina is getting drinks for the table. We'll see her again shortly. So, Warren completed with a king. Everybody else seems to have folded. And we're changing the game to stud high-low. Split pot game, the dealer's favourite. The dealer loves it, especially when somebody gets quartered and he has to try to work out how many chips everybody gets. We've now got Gestian dealing. Is it Gestian or Gestian? Gestian. From Manchester? No. Where are you from? Greece. Gestian from Greece is the dealer. Stud high-low. We got a queen 10, 9, 7. Michael brought in. Warren completed with a 10, and that's it. That was the end of the hand. It's a really evenly matched event at the moment. I mean, Warren and Michael, and now Nino have stacks, but Ace is not that far behind either. It's really even. Not even, but really big stacks all round. So, we've now got a bring in with a 3 from Michael, a complete with a 7 from Warren. Nino has an 8. He calls, and Asa has a queen, and which he folds. Michael folds his 3. 2 people left in. A 7 for Warren and an 8 for Nino. Nino gets a 9, Warren gets a 5. If Warren's after a low, he's got potential, he's got another good card towards it. 8, 9. Warren bets, Nino calls. A 10 for Nino and a queen for Warren. If Warren is on the low draw, then the queen is not a good card for him. The 10 might be a good card for Nino. If it brings him a straight, he might have a straight draw. Anyway, Warren is bet, Nino is called. Even if Warren got a bad card for a low, which we think he had a low draw, he's still drawing strongly. Anyway, he's got a 6 on the 6th, on 6th Street. Nino got a king, check, check. Now we're on 7th Street. And we're waiting for somebody to do something. They're both looking at their cards. Nobody has done anything. Nino checks. And Warren flips pocket kings with no low. Nino shows 7. 7, 8, 9, 10. He also had ace, king, queen. The hand is won by one pair of kings, no lows. Possibly, I wonder if a bet might have taken that pot. It's hard to know. You might call anyway with your pair. You might think the other person has a misdraw or something like that. But it was possible that he might have folded this pair. Anyway, it didn't happen. It went check, check in the last 2 streets. Warren got the chips. Michael is moving up a little bit into the middle of the table. Although they've all got stacks, Warren is definitely the chip leader. He's been very active today, and he's won most of the pots he's been involved in. The drinks have arrived. Okay, who had the tea? Who had the tea? Oh no, calamity. Michael wanted a hot chocolate and he's been brought a tea. What are we going to... He'll take a tea. Oh, make your mind up. It's all gone, it's all disintegrated into chaos. A Coke for Asa. What is this, Nino? It's tea as well.
Lemon tea with honey.
Lemon tea with honey. You crazy person. Right, we're still on stud high-low. Kings for Nino and Michael. 10 for Warren. A 6 for Asa. Michael completes. And action is on Asa. We didn't realize. Everybody folds. Michael takes the pot. We've got play going on all around us here and on the main event, and also the I think this is the 6 max that is final that started beside us as well. Right, on to the next hand. 10 for Warren, who completes. Everybody folds. He shows another 10. Split 10s. Which is 1 up and one down, 1 hidden. These players who show their good hands when people have folded. Usually it means that they want to get their bets through when they don't have such a good hand. Seems like I got quite noisy on the next table. That's that Raj. Who runs the card room. She's got the game going next to us, so it may be a bit noisier here now that the table beside us is active as well. This time Nino has completed with an 8, and it's back to Warren, who brought in about 4. He's going to call. So we're moving on to 4th Street. It's a queen for Nino and a 3 for Warren. A suited queen, in fact. Check from Nino, check from Warren. An ace for Nino, which is his 3rd diamond showing. A 9 for Warren, terrible card. No matter what he's going for, it's a terrible card. Unless he's got pocket 9s in the hole. Nino bets. He's got 3 diamonds showing, including an ace, and 2 low cards, ace 8. Warren has got 3, 4, 9, so maybe he's got 2 low cards and he's hoping to chop, or they could be, if they're wheel cards, he could still scoop. A 3 for Nino and a 6 for Warren. That's probably a better card for Warren. Now he may have completed a low. He's certainly got a good low draw. I bet he's got at least 1 low card, maybe 2 behind. There's a possibility he could have paired his cards though, so but we don't know. And Nino's folded. Warren bet, Nino folded. So probably, although Nino's cards looked really good, that he may not have had much behind. With this game, it's quite possible that Warren only had a low. He might have had a really, really good low. We don't know. Trip 9. Oh, right. He did, in fact, have trip 9s. where we suggested that he might have, that the 9 was a bad card unless he had 9s in the hole. He did have 9. He did have 2 9s in the hole. So he had trip 9s. Unbelievable. Nino has brought in here with a 4 and Michael has completed with a jack. Nino's called. We're going onto 4th Street. A jack for Nino and a king for Michael. And Michael is betting. He bets, Nino calls straight away. Be standard for Michael to bet there, because if Nino had, say, 3 low cards, then a jack is a terrible card for him. But obviously, we don't know what Nino had. As evidenced by the previous hand. When Michael got another king, he bets, and Nino flips pocket 9s. These 9s in the hole are going around, but they didn't work out so well. They worked against Nino 2 hands in a row there. He lost against pocket 9s and he lost with pocket 9s. Michael said he wouldn't have minded if Nino got another 9, so it's suggesting that he had a king, a 3rd king. Next hand, we're still on stud high-low. It's a king for ace, a 10, jack, 7 for Warren. Warren brings in with a 7, and everybody folds. They all fold all the big hand cards. Seems very strange. But Warren, did you just complete that, or did you? You've just brought in. He just brought in, and he did in fact have a pair. He showed another 7, but the others all folded the big cards, whereas you think it would have been standard play for them to raise. But in fact, they were right. Shows what I know, because he did have a pair hidden away there. Oh my God, 3 people are showing aces in the next hand, and the lowest card, ace has to bring in with a low card, which is a jack, the worst card showing. Everybody else has an ace, and ace raises, or completes. He completes. It's round to Nino, the other 2 have let it go. Nino still hasn't decided. He's called. Ace for Nino, jack for Asa. They both got a 4 on 4th Street. What they got in 5th? Nino checks and Asa bets. Still on the small bet. High-low, remember. Nino's now showing 3 low cards. He got ace, 4, 7. He checks. Ace gets a king and goes to bet, and Nino mucks his cards. I'm not really sure what Nino had there. Seemed. Oh, it depends what he had. With the 3 aces showing, it was probably quite a good strategy for Asa to lead out there from the start and to keep betting, because the chances are that the others didn't have a pair, and he either did or could make it look like he might have, whereas there's only 1 ace left for the others to have a pair, unless they got something hidden away. As a misdeal, Nina shows an ace, and Asa shows pocket jacks. For a no limit hold'em. This is where some of the chips could move around. Nino has lost 3 big pots in a row, and his stack is really diminished. He's really got low now. From where he was, he had a big stack. It's all gone away. He's down to 50. He's down to about 70,000, 70 or 80,000. And he's in the big blind, which is how much the big blind? 14,000. 7,000 for the small, 14 for the big. Nino has about 50,000 behind. It's all gone horribly wrong. Michael's on the button. Looks like he's going to open. So he has raised to 35. Nino hangs his head. He doesn't want to make this call. He folds. He folds. I saw his cards. They were awful. Nino has to make a stand some point here. We're on no limit hold'em, which does give him a chance to get back into it if he can get a double up. That's the only good thing in Nino's favour at the moment, is that it is no limit hold'em. His favourite hand, his favourite game, and he might have an opportunity to either get a double up or else to just do some shoves and try to take the blinds and stuff. It's round to him in the small blind. He's all in, and Asa has called. There's not much for Asa to call. Asa's got 6-7. Nino said he hasn't looked. He has Jack 3. Nino has the best hand. Jack 3. He hits a 3. 9, 5, 3, 5. Another 3. Full house. 55,000. Doubled up. Doubles up to 110,000. Back in the game. Not quite. The best hand won there, does it? Jack 3. Nino's on the button this time, and Michael's in the big blind. Ace on the small blind. Action is on Warren, who folds. Nino. He's all in from the button. 110 or so, we believe. Asa has re-raised all in. Isolated. Shows pocket 8s. Nino has an ace. Ace 7. Ace 7 against pocket 8s. Nino's life on the line. 5, queen, king, 4, 3. He missed. He misses. The 8s hold for Asa. Nino finishes 4th. Oh. It went wrong, but it went wrong on no limit hold. Well, it went wrong just before that. But
High low, the bloody high low. I hate that.
the bloody high low.
We done well.
You pleased with that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Who'd have thought you'd go out and no limit hold'em?
With ace, you need to go all in.
Yes, yeah, I know. He should have folded his pocket eights.
He got the ace.
Yeah.
It was good. Nice meeting you guys. Thank you so much.
Nice meeting you. You're going to play some more of the games now. Most of the other games are going to be hold'em.
Yeah, I will play the main.
You play in this casino all the time?
Yeah.
Because there's games on all week, you know. Yeah. So
We're gonna try the main.
there's one tonight, in fact, a turbo. No, hold'em.
We can play this one.
You can play the main. Yes, you can still play the main.
We go with
Yes,
one.
right. Right, having a break. So the players have left the table. We're down to 3 players now. We will have Warren Brooks, who's got about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's got over $1 million anyway. Maybe 11, 1.1. Deirdre's doing a quick tot. Here we've got Michael Perry, who's got 3, 4, 5, best part of 600, 5.5, and we've got Asa, who's got about 600. So it could go anywhere, really. Are we carrying on? I think we're going to. Yeah, we're going to take a break. So we're back in 5 minutes. Yeah. So same time, same channel, 5 minutes. We're taking a 5-minute break. Don't go anywhere. Just go to the kitchen, make a coffee, have a go to the toilet. We're back in 5 minutes. It's only 4.5 minutes. Hurry up.
I think he's got the salt.
cold all in. Queen Jack versus a King, blind yesterday. I'm ready with Jack to stay in. Like I've been up and down. The thing is, you get to a pot without realising it, and you're like, oh crap. Yeah, where's all the chips gone?
Floor. Restart the clock. Can you restart the clock? No, saying, can you restart the clock? No, but I'll answer the next one. Ready to go?
Thank you. And we're back. We're back from our break. Hope you all got your cups of coffee and whatever else you do during the break. Still a no limit hold'em. Three-handed now. We're now in the medals. All three of these players will win medals. Asa and Michael will add to their previous medals and previous bracelets. We've got 2 bracelet winners already on the table, and I don't believe Warren has previously. We've got chip leader is James Edwards lookalike Warren Brooks. He raises from the small blind to 33, I think. The big blind is 14. And Asa looks like he's making the call. In fact, he's re-raised. And Warren folds. No limit hold'em still, and this time Warren is going to be on the button and Michael will be in the big blind. And Michael gets a walk. Nice play, Michael. Ace is going to be on the button this time. Warren is going to be in the big blind. Still no limit hold'em. The blinds are 7,000, 14,000. And there's another walk. Well, what's it? Warren shows his cards. What were they? Ace Jack. And that's the end of the hold'em. Moving on to PLO, Pot Limit Omaha. Oh. Yes. Yes. Michael, have you played Pot Limit Omaha before? He has. He has played before. He's finished in the top 5 3 times in the WCOAP PLO, with a first and a second place and a 5th. 3 times in 4 years, I think. So he raises to 35 from the button. Asa calls on the big blind. We go to the flop, and it's 9, 4, Jack, 2 diamonds. Check for Asa. Michael slowly counting out a bet. It's about 42,000. Ace of calls. A queen on the turn. 9-4 Jack Queen. Another check from Asa. Michael picks up some chips. Looks like he's going to bet. And bets 92,000. 42 on the flop, 92 on the turn. 35 pre-flop. Saw that had up to 70 plus lots more. 152 or something in the pot before the turn. Now he's about 92. Ace is having a good think about this. As he would, I guess. This looks like quite a tough spot to decide whether to carry on with this hand. Has ace, ace could have a big draw, of course, apart from having a made hand. He folds. He's folded. Michael said he had a straight. I don't know what else he had. So Michael picked up quite a few chips in that hand. Ace paired the queen, but Michael knew that because he just told them and Ace agreed. Still PLO. This time Warren's going to be on the button and Michael's going to be in the big blind. Warren has folded, Ace has raised, and Michael folds. We've got a rail at the final table of two people. We've got Ace's mate, Adam. Hello, Adam.
Hello again.
Hello again. And, sorry, who are you?
Ellen. I'm just here to support.
Ellen, she's here to support. Anybody in particular?
Yes,
Asa has 100% of the supporters. But he folds. Still in PLO. It's a walk for Warren. The other two have folded. Moving on, PLO again. We got Jack dealing again. He's one of the best dealers in the northwest of England. Yes, one of the best. He's certainly within the top 100. Next hand, PLO. Michael's speciality. He's folded the last two hands. He won a huge hand just before that. He opens from the button for 35,000. Warren calls. Back to Asa, who has put in 14 for the big blind. He makes up the 35. So we've really got 105,000. Is that right, Ellen? 105? Yeah, she agrees. King 7-3 on the flop. Two hearts. A check, check to the button. The other two players have checked. Michael in the button. He sits immobile as he does before he makes his move. See, gets ready to pounce. Pounced for how much is that? It looks like 65,000. Adam helps me out 65. Adam, of course, has expertise from the World Series of estimating people's bets. Everybody folds. Michael takes chips. He said he had ace 7-3, which is a pretty good hand. Still really hard to say. Probably ace has got slightly less chips than the other two. Warren's still the chip leader. But anything can happen, Adam, yeah? And probably will. Still PLO. It's been PLO now for about 2 hours. James Edwards is in the button.
I'm tired, are you, John? You're tired, are you?
I think he looks quite like him. I think he looks like him. Warren's on the button, and Michael's in the big blind. Warren folds. Asa picks up some chips and raises. Looks like 32,000 to me. Michael, it's 18,000 for Michael to call, I believe. He's made the call. Going to flop, two-handed. And the flop is 6, 10, 8, 2 clubs. Ace chips again straight away, and Ace has bet 42,000. Michael's not letting it go at this stage anyway. He's counted out 42,000 and pushed them in. So this pot is building. Jack of Hearts on the turn. Action is on Asa. He has a think and looks like he's counting chips. Looks like he's going to bet. He's bet 70,000 and Michael folds straight away. Pot there for Asa. Brings him back closer, probably not that far behind the other two now. Very little in it. Not that far behind Michael anyway. Warren's still a bit ahead, but anyone can win this. Well, anyone out of these three. Tom Clark can't win it. He's standing watching. Rangers up today. What time are they playing? Oh, they already won 3-0. Who are they playing? Aberdeen. They're a good team. Yeah. Seems quite impressed that they beat Aberdeen. 3-0. 3-0. They're back in the Premier League now. Yeah. So, Michael raised there and took from the small blind and took it. Last hand of PLO coming up. Michael's on the button and Ace on the big blind. I thought the dealer said last hand. Last two, he said. Adam straightens me out once again. 2 hands left. We can see Raj patrolling the card rooms. She seems to be running. Anytime we go to a card room, there she is. And anywhere in the country. So, Michael opens from the button. Warren folds and Asa raises. He's not just defending his big blind, but raising. And it's not that big of a raise. So, what does that mean, I wonder? Here we go. There was another 35 on top of Michael's 35. Flop is 6, king, 4. There's about just over 80,000 in the pot. 84,000. Yes. There are 2 bets of 70,000 plus the 14 from the plus the 7 from the small blind. Ace bets 85,000. And Michael says pot, which would be most of Ace's chips. Also be most of Michael's chips, but would really leave Ace with hardly any if he called on last turn. So the flop is 6, king, 4. I'm told by Adam that the raise is
317,000.
317,000. He's a bit of a whiz at this kind of thing. It's not all of Ace's chips, but it's the majority of them. 400 says the dealer. Whatever it is, it's whatever it is. If he calls this, they're probably going to end up all in by the end of the hand. In fact, he probably wouldn't just call. He would probably just put the rest of his chips in anyway. This is a crunch moment, a defining moment in the tournament, and Ace of folds. That would have probably been the end of somebody's tournament if he had called there, one way or the other. Michael asked Ace if he had aces and said if Aces says no. And Michael said if he didn't have aces, you're well behind. I think if he did have aces, he was still behind. But probably had a chance to catch up. I'm losing my voice, Adam. We're still on PLO. It's Michael's big blind and Warren's button. He opens to 40,000. The big blind now is 16,000. Small blind is 8,000. Warren has made it 40. Ace has called. Michael folds. The flop is 7, 10, 5, 2 diamonds. Actions on Ace. There's 96,000 in the pot. Warren bet, I'm not sure how much he bet there, but about 50,000 I think. Mesa called. So there's close on 300 in the pot. Another 7 on the turn, check, check, queen on the river. Action is on Asa. And he's considering his options. Got 7, 10, 5, 7, queen, PLO. He bets 120,000. $120,000. He's got not much more than that behind. In fact, it's about half his remaining stack, but Warren doesn't look like he wants to call this. If he had a really good hand, he would have called or raised by now, because Warren's ace has got half his chips in. So he's thinking, will he call? He's going for the chips. Think he's going to call? He's called. He's called. Asa just has a 10. and Warren just has a queen, but he read what Asa had. He said he couldn't see Asa having anything else except a 10, and that's exactly what he had. Warren's 2 pair is better than Asa's 2 pair. That's a crushing hand for Asa. In fact, 2 in a row against each of the other 2 players. He's lost a lot of chips there. He's probably got 20. He's got best part of 200 left, 180, something like that. He's certainly by far the short stack now after those 2 hands. All of Asa's fans in the casino and at home will be sad now, Adam. Still plenty of time to get back, but the game has changed now to 2-7 triple draw. Warren bets and gets it through. Takes the chips. Warren was the chip leader at the break. He's got even more now. He's got he's got at least 1.3 million, if not more. And Michael has also improved his chips. Not sure, 800 or 900. Asa less than 200. The big blind is now 50. We got a raise, a re-raise, they're all in. Michael and Asa. Yeah. We're just counting chips here to see how much Michael has to put in the pot. He's not quite all in because of the cap on the betting. When we're on the limit games, so on 2-7 triple draw. This could be it. This is a crunch hand for Asa. He's drawn. They got 3 draws. He's drawn 2 cards. He needs 2 low cards. Michael draws 2 as well. Asa puts in the rest of his chips, which is about 30,000. Yeah, inevitable. $31 more. Michael. I won't say anything, but he's called. Michael had to call there, irrespective. They got 2 more draws, I think. Oh, Asa stood pat. Asa made his hand. And Michael's still drawing 2. So it's looking good for Asa. He's pat again, which means he didn't take any. He's got a 5 cards already. And Michael shakes his hand. Looks like Asa's going to win this. Asa shows 8-7-5-3-2. Michael shows 8-7-6-4-2. Well, Michael shook his hand. I thought he'd missed. He actually had quite a good hand, but not a 7 low. He had an 8 low. 8-7-5. 8-7-5 is it all depends on the situation. Can be good, can be not so. Asa just stayed ahead of Michael there. Well, Michael drew 2. He got 2 good cards, but they weren't just quite good enough. We've been joined by Mark Lassman. It truly is an international field here. Mark, you play all these mixed games, don't you?
I play these mixed games. It's true.
You were in this tournament yesterday?
I was in this tournament yesterday, and
Success previously in these mixed games.
I've had previous success, but yesterday I was not very successful. But I'm playing the main event today, so...
How's that going?
Well, the longer I stand here, the less chips I lose over there, so that's okay.
Oh, it's not a break. It's not a break. What are you doing here?
I just wanted to watch a couple of hands.
All right. You brought Ace a good luck. You must be his good luck. What do you call it?
Charm?
Yes, his good luck charm.
No. Well, I mean, there's 3 of them left. They've all done pretty well to get this far, and you've got to have a bit of luck to win them, don't you?
You're living down in East Anglia, Mark. Did you cycle all the way?
No. I drove up. Had a break.
Mark's turned into a semi-professional cyclist this last while. I don't know if you always cycled, but I think you've been doing a lot of it, yeah?
No, I have been doing a lot of cycling lately. I've got a couple of cycling challenges this year. I'm going to Ireland. I'm doing London to Edinburgh, back to London later this year. Anyone wants to get involved or interested, they can have a look at my blog. The link is on the forum and on Facebook. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Mark. Still 3 players left. Ace is back in the game now. He got that double up. It was touch and go, but we got there in the end. So he's in the blind now, big blind. Michael looks like he's going to raise. Fixed limits now and triple draw. Big blind is 40. Michael made it 80. Warren called. Ace folded. There's already 200,000 in the pot. 2 cards each. They both draw 2 cards. Oh, sorry, 1 for Warren and 2 for Michael. And Warren leads out for 40,000. Michael is thinking about it. He drew 2 cards, remember. Warren only drew 1. Now he's led out. Warren thinks he's got the best hand here. He bet. Michael made the call. Warren has taken no cards. And Michael's taken 2 again. Warren bets again. 80,000 again. Michael is thinking about it. He'll have one more chance to fill his hand if he makes this bet. If he makes this call. If he's just missing 1 card, he might call. If he's still missing 2, then it'd be hard to call. But there's a lot of chips already in the pot. Oh, what's happening here? He made the call. He's called 80,000. And he's going to take 1. So Warren didn't take any cards again, and Michael has taken 1. He needed 1 card. He decided to take the risk, the gamble of seeing could he hit it. Warren has bet again. There are no more draws. Michael's either caught his card or he hasn't. He's made the call. We're expecting low cards here from... We got an 8-6 from both sides. Wow, they both had good hands there. Warren had 8-6, 4-3-2. Michael had 8-6, 5-3-2. Lowest cards best, so the 4 beats the 5. Yeah, that was a crushing hand for Michael. He lost a lot of chips there. He's now got less than 400 probably. Ace slightly under 300, I think. maybe slightly over 300. Oh, he's got a blind in his own. Ace is probably over 300. There's not a lot of difference now between Michael and Ace's chips, because Warren has got most of the chips in the building. That was a massive hand. We're still on 2-7 triple draw. Ace raises, Michael folds. And he shows 3, 5, 6, 8 and 1 high card. Which is a good starting hand in this game. You probably raise, well, in a full table, you probably raise with 3 low cards, depending what they are. You had 4 low cards there. Make a sandwich. Warren bet here and has taken it. Yeah. Warren takes some chips. Last hand for triple draw. 2-7. This event, gotta say this event is Warren's to lose now.
With that amount of chips, yes, but it only takes 1 or 2 big hands. If he doubles both the opposition players up, then it's right back in it.
Yeah, we've seen some big hands where the 200,000 or 300,000 moving from one player to another.
Definitely, especially in triple draw where you've got 8-6-5 versus 8-6-4, so they're really close hands.
Triple draw is probably the game with the most variance of all, I would say.
It is, and it's one of the games that plays the biggest, so that's where you're going to get the multiple swings. We're just about to move on to limit hold'em, so it should slow down for a bit.
So, limit hold'em. This is where all the excitement takes off. Tom Clark's still watching doggedly. Oh. And the dealer tries to give not too many cards. First hand of limit hold'em. Dealers kept dealing, but anyway. We sorted it out. Everybody folds. Michael gets a walk. It's Jestian. He's going to show us some super dealing now. So he's going to show us your moves. Huh? These players, remember, have all won medals now. We're in the podium places already. Ace folds the button. Michael folds. Warren gets a walk. He got a walk in limit hold'em. Next hand, Ace gets a walk and shows us Ace 10 suited. He probably didn't really want to walk there. Like gaps in continuity here. I'm trying to eat my bacon sandwich in between hands. And a nice bit of egg, what do you call this? Strangled egg. So, and it's another walk. These players are gone crazy. They're I can't contain the aggression here. And we're back. That's a lovely bit of egg, you know. Is it a walk? Oh. Right. Michael folded. Warren raised. Asa raised the button. Warren folded. Michael folded. Warren showed ace 7-2. Asa showed us an ace. As he would, as part of his name. Warren raises next hand. Not Warren. Sorry, pay attention. Michael has raised from the button. Warren has folded and the action is on ace. Limit hold'em. Lisa makes the call. Flop is 2-3-5 with 2 hearts. A check from Asa and a bet from Michael of 80,000. And seems that that's the wrong amount. He can't bet 80,000, he can only bet 40,000. Because that's how much the big blind is. Ace of folds. Gestian shuffles. And we're off again. Warren folds the button. Asa raises from the small blind. Makes it 80 from the big blind of 40. Michael hasn't shared with us what he's going to do yet. Look here, looks like he re-raised, has he? He made it 120. Asa instantly makes it 160. Big blind is 40, remember? This will be funny when they go back to the next level and they have to go back to betting 40,000. Yeah. So they've already put 160,000 each in, 320,000 in the pot. This is going to be another significant, more than significant, this is going to be another landmark hand in the tournament. The flop is 5-8-7. Asa bets 40. Michael is thinking about it. They've both got a lot of their chips in. Michael's probably got nearly half his chips in. Ace has got most of his in. He's bet 40 into a pot of 320, and Michael has folded for the 40. He didn't call the 40. Ace took 160,000 from Michael. Michael is left with about 250,000 maybe. Adam, what's Michael got left? About 250?
Yeah, about that. 1, 2,
Got some in his hand.
Say 270, including his blind.
Okay, we'll go with 270. Asa now is back to about 500,000 or thereabouts, maybe slightly more. 550. And we're moving on. Omaha high-low, fixed limit. Jessian just getting the deck ready. We'll be off in a second. Here we go. Michael raised to 80 from the button. Warren has folded and it's on Asa in the big blind. He has 40 in already from the big blind. And he's called. Pulls out 40,000, so got 160,000 pot already. 7, 8, 10 on the flop. We're on high-low Omaha, remember. Check from Asa and a bet from Michael. Again, he puts too much in. He tries to put in 80 when it should be 40. Asa calls. Got a 5 on the turn. Second diamond. Looks like Ace is going to bet here. Ace leads out for 80. Michael raises, which is almost going to be all in for him. And they got the chips in, has he? How'd they have? No, Michael still has about 20,000 behind. There's an ace on the river, which could be a significant card here. If somebody went with the a low. Ace has 4, 5, 7, 8. Michael has 4, 5, 8, 9. So it's a chop for the low because they both have 4, 5. And Asa wins the high. So Asa gets 3/4 of the pot. Michael gets 1/4. Yeah, Asa won the high. 2 pair. They both have 4, 5. They both had all kinds of possibilities there. There were all kinds of straight possibilities and so on. Nobody had like very good very good low card possibilities, but they did have very good high card possibilities. As it happened, nobody made a straight. Ace did make 2 pair. The dealer is dividing up the pot. Basically, Michael lost half his chips there to Asa. Because Ace is getting 3/4 of the pot. And he was the bigger stack. So all of Michael's chips are in play. Basically, the pot is 2 times his stack. And half of his stack plus all of Ace's stack will go back to him. He's got 3/4. Jack is dividing it up. Jack is back with us. He didn't know he'd have to work this hard when he came back. Chips are still being drawn back in by the players. Jack has sorted it all out expertly, and Michael's in serious trouble now. Michael has got 50, maybe not much more than 100,000, 120 or something like that. No, maybe a little bit more, maybe 150. Certainly not more than 150, which isn't that much at this stage. Asa now has 750 or something like that. Raj has approached the table. Ask the players if they want to have a break. They due to have a break. Do they want it? No. I think they said they wait till their head's up and then take it. I think Jack would love a break. The game, the blinds are moved to, how much are the blinds? 25,000, 50,000. Warren's in the big blind, Michael's in the small blind. He's already got 25,000 in. Asa folds the button. Michael raises, which will be 100, which is like 2/3 of his stack. Warren flat calls. Flop, ace, jack, ace. Wow. Ace, jack, ace. Michael bet, which was probably 40,000. And Warren instantly folded. He didn't like those aces. Did Michael have an ace if there were two of them on the board? The flat call by Warren is very interesting there. You'd think he wouldn't want to create the situation where he could be made to fold. At least let the cards run out and see, can he hit something? I suppose it does give him a chance to get away and save 40,000, but he'd already put 100 in. You wonder what's the best play there. So, next hand. Michael Perry has folded his button the first time this weekend. We've had a raise and a call pre-flop with Warren and Asa. The flop is Jack, Ace, 10. Bet a 50 from Warren and a call from Asa straight away. Another 10, second diamond, and a 6. Jack, Ace, 10, 10, 6. Asa shows Ace King, that's the winner. Moves Asa up to over 800, I would say. 7, yeah, probably about 850. Michael has about 250, 270. Warren folds the button. A bit of a tradition building up on this level of folding the button all around. Omaha high-low fixed limit. Ace raised, and Michael is called. So already Michael's got most of his chips in the pot. The flop is 7, 8, 6, 8, 7. Ace of checks, Michael bets 50,000. Jack on the turn, ace of checks. Michael bets 100, which he doesn't have. He's got less than that. He's got about 80. Ace of calls. Michael shows 5, 7, 4. Ace has 6, 7. Ace has 2 pairs. Is it 4 on the river? Michael. Go straight, isn't it? Yeah. So Michael made a straight. Ace has a low. Everybody gets the chips back. The pot is split. Michael made a straight with either 4, 5, 7. Ace had 2 pair with 4, 5, I think, and Ace won the low pot. So everybody is just exactly how they were at the start of that hand. It was all action and nothing happened. But Michael's life was at risk there. All of a sudden, the Gotham crew has all turned up. The Gotham menagerie has joined the table. We've got about a half dozen of them. A bit late. They're paying no attention at all to the game, mind you. Warren raises and takes it. Oh, I got to walk. Sorry. You got to walk. Warren won the chips anyway. Omaha high-low. Michael on the button. Ace in the big blind. Michael raises 80,000. Warren calls straight away, and Asa folds. 200,000 and around 50. The flop is 774. Warren bets straight away. Michael doesn't look happy. He's got less than 150,000 behind. He doesn't look happy about this bet. Seven, 7, 4 on the board. 2 diamonds. Omaha high-low. Michael just doesn't like this. And he's folded. Next hand, still Omaha, high-low, fixed limit. The blinds are 25,000, 50,000. Michael's in the big blind. Warren is on the button. Michael only has about, don't know, less than 100 behind. There's a raise from Warren. Ace of folds. When Michael raises and Warren re-raises, they're all in. So Michael has king, queen, queen, jack. Warren has ace, 9, 10, queen. The board is queen, 10, 4, 8, king. Three queens wins.
That one's mine.
So Michael's doubled up. He's got 340,000. Warren's still got the biggest stack. Asa has got a good stack still. 700. 800,000 maybe Asa. Warren well over 1 million. We've moved the game on now to Raz. We're trying to decide how much they should bet. So, Warren has a queen, has to do the bring in. The other two players have both got fives showing. Asa completes. The bring in is 15,000. The completion now is 50,000. Asa takes the chips there. Raz is about the lowest cards, remember? You don't want any pairs. Right, we've got a 7 for Asa, a 6 for Michael, and an ace for Warren. Michael takes it. Funny, that hand didn't last long. You'd think with those cards we would have seen some action going on there, but it didn't last long. Asa has an ace. Michael has a jack. Asa completes. Michael calls. Warren's already folded. A 4 for Asa, a 7 for Michael. So Asa has ace 4 showing. He bets 50. Michael has 7 jack. He calls. A 5 for Warren, for Asa. A 3 for Michael. Ace 4 5 showing for Asa. Jack 7 3 for Michael. Raise, re-raise. Michael is all in. And we've got 2 more cards to come. 1 up and 1 down. A king for Asa. A 4 for Michael. That could be a good card for him. Yeah, he's got 5-8. He's got an 8, a 7, an 8-7 low. They both got 87s. Oh no, Asa has a 7. Asa has got 7-5-4-3 ace. Michael has got 8-7-5-3-4. 1 more card to come. Michael has a 9. It's not good enough. And we lose Michael. Yeah, Asa had a 7 low. His 5 cards, he had the highest one was 7. Michael's 5 cards, the highest one was 8. So Asa had the best hand. Michael had a lot of chips, but he got it. There were 2 or 3 really big hands that went against him, and that is the end of his tournament. He wins a medal. He wins a bronze medal. Tournament is now heads up. Asa McGrath against Warren Brooks. 2 players left. We're going to take a break for a few minutes, and we'll be back soon. Don't go away. No flipping, as they say on the American telly.
Are you going by Wcoap around this?
I can get rid of some of these chips.
Sure, okay.
Find out.
And then lift the medal up for us, mate, will you? Oh, don't smile though, right? I was a joke, mate. Lovely, thanks, mate. Hey, nice player, mate. Yeah, exactly, mate. It's hard to come back. No, it's nice rounds. Yeah. Oh, well, I'll ask for the feedback. Good. Is the other guys a little bit tight this week? Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, it's 8 games. Yeah. We never got to a rotation. Is anyone watching?
Yeah, loads. No, really? Yeah, loads.
That's good to know. Okay. It's good. Thanks.
Loads of comments on the thread in the group. It's, all the DJs are following Ace, so it's, yeah.
Just see what I'll tell you in his third year.
Just want to make sure they're not using different same chips in it too. Big thing's easy, you don't need all that.
Yeah, indeed. Perfect.
Which game? Like Greek guy there? No, he's not Greek. He was on a fixes. Yeah, but he lost a lot of it on Ireland. He was doing alright.
What the counts? What are the trips?
I'll tell you. It's 1 million. Yeah, just one. Yeah, 1 million. 1.1? Yeah, 1.1. That's more than 1.1. And this is 1.15. Yeah, it's almost 1.2, isn't it? And this is almost 1. That's pretty similar. That's just under 1.2.
Yeah.
This is just over 1.
Really?
Exactly. No, it's not. Just over. It's just 100. Oh yeah, 25. That is 1.2. Actually the same. What the same? Zara. Three more hands or 5 more? 5 more. 5 more. Okay. Still another 5. I'll tell you what, I'll leave these guys to. I'll do a quick walk around the main That's how boring I get tonight. As I say, we're gonna get these guys onto the feature table as soon as the heads up is finished in the 8 games. So hopefully we'll be playing down the Yeah, I'm putting it away. You pointed at like moving you over. Shit's going in the middle over there.
He doesn't know that. He doesn't know that. We can't do that now. Oh, okay, fair enough. We won't do that then. You want to chop it? No, we're not. No, not all. Right, what are we doing?
It's 5 more hands on Raz. Yes.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Come on. What is it? 15?
Level 26.
And we're back from our break. We're heads up for the World Championship of Amateur Poker. 8-game championship. We got Warren Brooks against Asa McGrath. Asa was down to nothing a while ago, almost nothing. It was all in for hardly anything. Won that hand, won some more, and now we start heads up almost virtually equal. We've both got just about 1.2 million chips. We're playing Raz. Warren has a king and Asa has an ace. I feel confident in predicting which way this hand will go. I do. Warren also had a king and a queen in his down cards. Wrong game. If it was stud, it would be a good hand. But ace is obviously the best card to have in Raz, as in some other games. Any low card really is better than any high card. So Asa took that, and we're on to the next one. They both had high cards. There was a jack and a queen showing on 3rd Street. The next street, Asa got a 7, Warren got a 3. Warren took the chips. So after 2 hands of heads up, we're back even where we were. 1-1. I got an ante of 10,000 each. Oh. Warren shows a king. Asa has a queen. Asa took the chips again. Warren had another king, a pair of kings.
It's the bring-in is 15 and the complete is 50,000.
15 and 50.
15 and 50, yeah. The big bet.
Plus antes a 10. Last hand of Raz, then we should be on to stud. Antes are 10,000, bring-ins are 15,000, and completions are 50. A 9 for Warren. He brings in Asa at a 6. He completes. Warren folds. Asa shows 5-3 behind. 3 low cards. Really good starting hand for Raz. And he took the chips. Warren folded. We're on to stud. I believe we started stud. We're starting stud now. Same blinds. Instead, Warren is brought in with a 10 showing. Asa has a jack showing. Not much difference in those cards, really. Asa folds, so I guess he had pretty much junk behind. He didn't want to get involved in the hand and lose any chips. So Warren takes it, and we move on. They're both players on 1.2 million chips. Could be a while before. Like I was going to say, it'll be a while before this is over. Doesn't mean that something significant won't happen for along the way. We got a raise from a complete from Asa. Warren folds. These hands haven't got past 3rd Street yet. We keep getting stuck on 3rd Street here, Tom. We're not getting any further. So, no movement in chips really. Asa has an ace. Warren has a jack. Warren brings in 15,000. Asa flat calls. Ace 10 for Asa, Jack 6 for Warren. Asa bets 50. Warren folds. Asa held off the delayed bet there, but he definitely had the best hand. Next hand, Ace has got the highest cards again. Warren brings in with a 4. Asa completes with an 8. Wins the pot. He shows pocket 5s. 2 5s in the hole. Asa seems to be he's got the highest card several times, but at least 3 times, maybe 4 times in a row here. So he took those chips, but the hands never really got going apart from that. It's the other way around this time. He's got a 4 and Warren's got a queen. But Asa completes straight off the bat. Yeah. Warren raised, so they got 50,000 each. A king for Warren, a 4-3 for Asa. Another 50,000 bet by Warren. Asa called, and another queen for Warren. A 9 for Asa, and Asa folds to Warren's bet on 5th Street. That's the biggest pot we've had so far. But not a game changer. Asa has a king, Warren has a 3. Asa wins. Asa, do you want to say hello to all your degenerate friends? He's giving you a wave. Say hello.
Hello.
That was Warren. That was Asa. So, moving on. They both got 10s in the next hand. This is interesting. It goes in suits. It goes in suits. Yeah. Diamond is the worst card for this purpose. So the 10 of diamonds for Asa brings in 10 of hearts. Folds. Asa takes the pot, such as it is. Last hand of stud coming up. Right, the next time round, Asa has a 10 and Warren has an ace. We're on stud, remember, stud high. Warren brings in, Asa brings in, Warren completes, and Warren wins. The hand goes no further. And we're changing the game, stud high low. This is the one where it's all going to finish. Stud high low. We're looking forward to some split pots here, some quartering. Five for Asa, bring in, 15. Warren completes with the king, 50,000. Asa calls. Six for Asa and 5 for Warren. A 4 for Asa. He's now got 4, 5, 6 showing, 2 clubs. Warren has got king 5, 10. It's gone check, check on 2 streets. A 7 for Asa. He's got 4, 5, 6, 7 showing. An ace for Warren, but he's not looking. 4, 5, 6, 7. There's quite a good chance that Asa was winning the low. And there's a good chance he may have had a straight, or he may have paired some of his cards as well, we don't know. But it's very difficult for Warren to see anything good coming out of calling bets there. They're both showing 8s in the next game, so it goes on the suit. Diamond has to bring in towards suit. Asa has been more or less checked. He just had to bring in and a call to bring in, and it's been checked a couple of streets. Asa has got ace 8, 5, jack. Warren with 2 9s and an 8. He wins the pot. Bets and wins. Asa's made the trip here for the weekend. He's come all the way from, how far away? 10 minutes. 10 minutes if he walks slowly, I think, and a bit less if he walks fast. It's this local casino. He plays here all the time. Warren has come from Norwich. His first APAT event, and he's heads up. Ace is showing queen 4. Warren's showing 8-2 and bets. Asa eventually folds. Not sure whether he didn't believe the 8-2 or what, but he folded anyway. Justin has dealt. He's got dealt a 9 to Asa and a 6 to Warren. Asa completes and wins the pot. Still on stud high low. Next hand, Asa completes with a higher card with 10 against the 7 and wins that as well. It's more Justine is more involved in the action than either the players this last couple of hands, but they haven't got any further than third street. He has to shuffle them all up and deal them all out every time. Here we go. Queen for Asa, 7 for Warren. This time Warren does call the complete. An ace for Asa, suited ace, second heart, and a jack for Warren. Asa bets again and Warren calls again. An 8 of hearts, so third heart for Asa. He bets again, Warren calls again. That was 100,000. Warren had an 8. A 6 for Asa, so he's got Queen, Ace, 8, 6 showing. He's bet again on 6th Street. Warren has 7, Jack, 8, 3. He calls. That's another 100,000. There's 1, 2 each. Warren bets 7th Street. Warren. Asa bets 7th Street. He had a flush. Warren calls, wins the low. Asa was betting 100,000 on each street there, last 3 streets. Warren was calling, and there's a big pot. And it just got split.
I don't know. They've just gone up.
John's 50. This had to get you back. This had to get you back.
It was 15, 50. Yeah. It was bringing. Yeah. So 10,000.
He bet 100 on the.
Yeah. 10,000 on then 15 and 50. Then 50 on next street. Then 100. They both got low cards this time. A 2 and a 3. Asa completes to 50. Warren calls. Warren got another 3. Asa's got a 9 on 4th Street. This time Warren bets. Asa calls. High low, remember. A queen for Asa, that's 3 diamonds. A 9 for Warren. Asa was after a flush last time and he made it. And Mecca might have been another one this time. Anyway, we moved on to 6th Street. Asa has paired his 2, and he's got 3 diamonds. He bets. Warren calls. Warren has 3, 3, 9, 4. Asa has 2, 2, Queen 9. 7th Street. Asa bets again. Another 100,000, and Warren has folded. Asa shows a flush again. King high flush. 2 hands in a row he made a king high flush. This time he wins the pot and he won a couple of hundred. He got a couple of 100,000 out of Warren that time. All your supporters will be cheering Asa. Tom Clark behind is busy blogging, busy updating Facebook about Asa's win there. Last hand of high-low, I believe. 5 for Asa, 4 for Warren. He brings in, Asa completes. There's a bit of a trend showing here. Asa shows aces, pocket aces in the hole. Asa, there's no doubt Asa has had a run of good cards in the last while. Warren's had to has to bring in every hand. And Asa just raises. Warren had that earlier today. He had the bring-ins earlier today, and it's happening again. We move on. No limit hold'em. The blinds are 10,000, 20,000. Warren bets. Asa fold. No limit hold'em. Everybody understands this game. Even my mother probably understands this game. So, Asa will be the small blind. Where are we? Ace raises. Warren folds.
Shouldn't the small blind? Shouldn't the button be the small blind? Yeah, should. We've done one hand each like that. That's what I was thinking last time.
Ace on the button. He calls. Warren raises to 150. Oh, another 50. Sorry, another 50. So I did 150. The flop is ace 2-4 with 2 clubs. Warren bets 80,000. Ace a call straight away. Turn is a 6. Another 80,000. Ace of calls. River, it's a 9. 6 and 9 are both hearts, so there's now 4, 2, ace, 6, 9, 3 hearts. Ace, it looks like he's going to take over the betting. He leads out for about 235. There's about 400 in the pot already. He needs that's 235. Warren folds. Asa takes that pot. He takes some more chips from Warren. Asa has won a number of big pots. He won a number of small pots, chipping away on the pre-flop and third streets. But he's won a few big pots lately. And Asa is the chip leader. No, not. Warren's not in any kind of insurmountable situation, but he's definitely behind. He tries raising again. Warren raises to 60,000. Ace calls. Warren's on the button. The flop is 9, king 9, 2 clubs. Check fold from Asa. This time Asa has the button. Warren's the big blind. Action is on Asa. He raises to 60, and that's it. Meanwhile, the six-max is down to 3 players on the next table. Those players will come onto the feature table when, and if this one completes, they're hoping to play really slowly so that they get the chance to be on the feature table. But at the moment, it's going to take quite a while because the 2 players down there at the moment have still got big stacks, both of them. So, Warren has raised from the button to 65. Ace of calls. Nine, queen, 10, 2 diamonds. Warren c-bet, another 90,000, and that was it. Ace folded. Warren took that one. Got futures back. And we're going to have a change of dealer. Justin has been replaced by Jack. And he's had a quick briefing there. 2 more hands of Hold'em. Cheerio. We all right, Jack? You feeling rested?
Feeling good now, yeah, ready to go.
Quick word from the dealer. And his sponsors don't like him talking too much during the game. Ace is on the button here and he folds. Oh, Jack's shuffling up. He's got a different shuffling technique to slightly more fingery. Right. We're off again. Warren's on the button. He raised to 60. Big blind is 20, remember. 10, 20 are the blinds. Change of game. Pot limit Omaha. Flow. Warren's on the button this time. No, he's not. Ace is on the button this time. Only had 2 to choose from. He's raised to 60. Warren says pot, which is 180,000. And Ace calls pretty quickly. So we've already got 360,000 in the pot. This could be a big one. The board is 5, 6, 2. And Warren bets how much is that? 200,000. There are 2 clubs on the board, by the way. PLO, 256 on the flop. 200,000 to call. And eventually Ace folded that one. So that was a big pot. Warren got some chips back. Even the stacks up a bit. I think Ace is still ahead. Yeah, Ace is still ahead, but Warren got a bunch of them back. Can Ace win his... Would this be your first individual bracelet? What have you placed it before? I could look you up. You had some others before, didn't you? Some places. I'm going to have a look. I'm going to check it out. I know Ace got a bracelet in the team event. We're going to see what else he's... I'm sure he's had some other results though. So, PLO, Ace raises to 60,000. Big blind is 20. And Warren folds. Warren is on the button. He makes it 60. Ace makes it 150. And it's a call. 150 each in the pot. Flop is 2 king, queen, 2 diamonds. 2 hearts. Sorry, 2 hearts. Ace bets 200. The bets are definitely increased. Oh, and he's called. Warren is called. With 200. So this. So we've got like over 500,000 in here already. More than. There's a 6 of diamonds. So we got 2 hearts and 2 diamonds. 6 of diamonds on the turn. And Ace bets 300,000. And Warren is in 2 minds here. We're playing PLO, high only. 2 hearts, 2 diamonds, 2 king, queen, 6. And Warren folds in the end. He doesn't like it. He folds with a grimace. Warren says his flush draw wasn't great. So Ace is on the button here. He raises to 60 from 20. Pot by Warren, which is 180. Ace has called. Flop 2, 9, 7, 2 diamonds. Warren says pot again, which is like most of his chips, really, or more than half. Ace re-raises. Ace raises. If he calls here, we're all in. Right. Let's have a look at the cards. Asa has got a nut flush draw. He's got a pair of 6s. And so Asa hit his flush. Queen on the river, queen of diamonds. Asa hit the flush. And Asa wins. I was slightly confused there for a minute because there's a queen on the river and made me think that that Warren had taken it, but it was a queen of diamonds. I think I was the only one that didn't realise that he'd made his flush. So, yeah. So, yeah. Asa, you've just won the World Championship of 8-game poker. Well done. You've played a lot of these mixed games, I think, over the years, haven't you? Yeah.
Yeah, just a few. Mainly small ones online, mainly PLO, and just so happens PLO's last game. And
is PLO your favourite game?
Out the 8 by a long way.
Is it? I didn't realise that. I thought you were the kind of the mixed, the stud and Raz and that kind of thing.
Not really. PLO is my main game.
Is it?
Compared to everything else, so I play them all. But
did you play this one last year?
No. Didn't even go.
Oh, you
so this was number 1 on my list to play this year. So
yeah, this is the game, I think. So what else you play this week? Everything?
Pretty much everything, yeah. Turbo tonight still. Horse, round of each, main, Omaha high low, and then she'll see the rest.
This is your second bracelet. You got the team one, and now this is your first individual bracelet. Yeah.
Yep. That on.
Join the exclusive club. We've got more than one bracelet. There's not many people who've got.
That's true. Yeah.
There are a few, but not that many.
I'm quite happy to join it.
I think you're going to get some photographs taken now, and congratulations on being the world champion.
Thank you.
So that's it. Ace is going to get his photograph taken now. He's won really the prestige event, in my opinion. Apart from the main event, this is the Players' Championship. The 8th game is the event that shows really who's the best all-round, who are the best all-round poker players, not just things that go on flips and what have you, but these are the ones where they have to know every variant of poker almost that's available. And it's played very deep, so it's not a game where you can just win by luck or even get to the final table by luck. All the players who got to the final table were of the APAT ones, there were players that we've seen play mixed games lots of times before. Certainly the experience and the best, well, some of the best mixed games players were the ones who made the final table. And Asa has beaten them all. Just getting the photographs done now, and he's going to take quite a few. Yeah, sure. I was in the way of the photographs. So we're going to wrap up here. The 6 max will be coming over onto the main event almost immediately, in fact. As soon as we clear the table, and I think they got 3 players left. Yes, yeah. We're going to have a new stream up. There's going to be a 5-minute break while they move the chips from of the 6 max onto the final table, and then we'll be back, get going again, and that's it. We'll see you in 5 minutes.